Check my DNA. Hey, no vaccine, no clean. Check my DNA.
Okay. What does the future hold for Ross Glover?
The future hold for me? Only Lord knows. Only Lord knows. I mean, what you see me doing right now, it'll all get to where it need to be for me to be a blessing to you, to the people that's listening, to the people that's stepping out on faith. But for me and my future, only Lord knows.
You ready? Let's go.
Right here. So hold another year, we're going there. Turn me up, man.
Life in God.
What? You ain't heard of that? I'm international. I made it out the murder camp. I don't like police. Grew up watching bad luck. Even if I hit the streets, I still
No vaccine, no green. Check my DNA.
Who got vaccines up? You know who signed up?
No vaccine, no clean. Check my DNA.
Show now a new warning tonight about DNA companies and your personal information. Your DNA information can be sold and weaponized against you. The alarm being sounded. Listen to this.
You can actually take someone's DNA, take their medical profile, and you can target a biological weapon that will kill that person. And people will very rapidly spit into a cup and send it into 23andMe and get really interesting data about their background. And guess what? Their DNA is now owned by a private company and can be sold off. We have to have an open and public discussion about what does the protection of healthcare information, DNA information, and your data look like, because that data is actually going to be procured and collected by our adversaries for the development of these systems.
You made it rip and made it flip fast, man. Hell yeah, got ways to make a meal, got ways to stay legit, take your risk. In the end, it's all worth it. Living with a vision and a dream in the purpose.
Not the data or DNA that's the problem. It's the companies or the countries that control the data. China, of course, over a decade ago, like they do everything, moved into this. We are allowing China in relationships with hospitals, buying up companies regarding medical data, involved in when it comes to paternity and maternity, finding out about your fetus and the health of your baby as the baby's developing. It goes to China. The control and the knowledge, the data they have, to say nothing of hackings of hospitals, hackings of our health insurance companies, right? The Office of Personnel Management. We're looking at China and Russia, et cetera. So in deals that the American government could control, we have less control over data. We're allowing foreign countries, enemies, to gather this data and, yes, to potentially use it. The fact that that discussion was at the Aspen gathering with American leadership, not in a cave somewhere on, like, ham radio with conspiracy theorists. They've known this for at least a decade, and our government has done nothing to change it. So my message is, it's not the data or learning about who you are that's the problem, any more than a firearm is the problem. It's whose hand is the data in. And that's what we are aware of when it comes to firearms, when it comes to the nature of this. We don't, it's like suddenly they're saying, don't use the data, don't use the, don't find this out. We need to be able to, but they're correct. Right now, our enemies have access to that information.
I ain't no killer with no pussy, I got real money. I ain't no killer with no pussy. Hey, what? You ain't heard of that? I'm international, I made it out the murder camp. I don't like police. Who am watching man lock? Even if I hit the streets, I still gotta stand by. No vaccine, check my DNA.
We actually care about privacy. But everyone Jackie's age, they couldn't give a darn. They're like, take it, I don't care.
They haven't known it. They haven't known privacy.
Because they haven't known privacy. We haven't, we've lost it. They've never known it, so they don't know what they're missing.
Hey, what we do, right? Made it flip, fast, hell yeah. Cause in the end it's all worth it. Living with the vision and the dream. Hey, take my. Hey, we get it in the right way,
about after COVID-19. If you subscribe to the theory, even if it was an accident, that COVID originated in a lab, you can see the catastrophic consequences of what could happen there. And so people really need to think about what they subscribe to. The power that we have right now is not with Congress. It's actually with the individuals. And I tell people all the time, don't put Alexa in your house if you don't want people listening to you. Don't buy 23andMe if you're against what they're doing with the data. All we can do is stand up for ourselves and protect ourselves and not sort of follow the herd, follow the crowd.
To that point, because I have
phone a listening device in and of itself, right? I mean, we've got them all with us.
This was a wake-up call in that I've got the Alexa, and I was like sitting around, and the Alexa chimed in and said, "By the way, would you like us to tell you to drink some water if we hear you coughing?"
I ain't no killer with no pussy. I got real money. I ain't no killer with no pussy. It's Ross Glover, yeah. A life in God movement. What, you ain't heard of that? I'm international, I made it out the murder cap. I don't like police, why? Grew up watching Mad Law. Even if I hit the streets, I still got a stash box. No vaccine, I'm clean, check my DNA. Hey, no vaccine, I'm clean, check my DNA. Hey, we made it rip, they made it flip, fast, mad, hell yeah. Got ways to make a meal, got ways to stay legit and take your risks. Cause in the end it's all worth it. Living with a vision and a dream and a purpose. I ain't no killer, but don't push me, I got bail money. I ain't no killer, but don't push me, I got bail money. Moving. What, you ain't heard of that? I'm international, I made it out the murder cap. I don't like police, why? Grew up watching Mad Law. Even if I hit the streets, I still got a stash box. No vaccine, I'm clean, check my DNA. Hey, no vaccine, I'm clean, check my DNA. Hey, yeah, made a grip, we made it flip, fast, mad, hell yeah. Got ways to make a meal, got ways to stay legit and taking risks, cause in the end it's all worth it. Living no with a vision, with a dream and a purpose. Yeah, it's like that, straight like that. It's Ross Glover, change that. Mind over matter, wow, entertainment, Ross Glover, keep it official, you hear me? Life in God move, wow, entertainment, like that. We move like that, let's go. A life in God movement. What, you ain't heard of that? I'm international, I made it out the murder cap. I don't like police, why? Grew up watching Mad Law. Even if I hit the streets, I still got a stash box. No vaccine, I'm clean, check my DNA. Hey, no vaccine, I'm clean, check my DNA. Eternal life, my ancestors, let's go. Eternal life.